A check 1 2. A check 1 2. Hello. Is my music gonna play? Is Pyre gonna make sound? Or did I forget to flip things around? I bet I forgot. Okay, well, I'm gonna close Pyre and reopen Pyre. So that, wait. Yeah. And that'll be okay, because you can't see it anyway yet. How are we doing today, my friends? Hello. Also, please pardon all of the blinds, the patterns, and such. It's sunny out. So I have my window open a little bit. Where did Pyre go? There we go. Hell yeah, big chillin'. Big chillin'. It's just blinding radiance, says Ocelot. Curse you. Curse you! I kid. You know what else I forgot? That I need a cable to use my controller. So one sec, let me go steal it back from my PlayStation. BRB. Now we can properly play this video game. As I'm getting set up, welcome back to another Ins-Pyre-d Games stream on this lovely Monday morning, afternoon, evening, midnight, secret time that the government created, an hour and a half of extra time in the middle of the night that nobody knows about. Nobody talk about it. I don't know why I said morning first. I've been up since like, I don't know. I think 10 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. my time, which is like early for me. Yeah. We're back again with some more Pyre. If this is your first time hanging out with us, Ins-Pyre-d Games is a video game publishing company of wonderful indie titles with an artistic bent. Everything has to tell a great story. Ocelot says, fun thing about that, the House apparently voted unanimously to get rid of the time shifting. It's not in effect until it passes through several more hoops, but yeah. Yeah, our, one of the segments of the American government has put forth a plan to lock in our time as daylight savings time all the time instead of standard time and daylight savings time and flipping back and forth. I have an opinion about that a little bit. I don't know. I prefer the daylight savings time, like hours, the daylight. But, like, why have arbitrary time? Like, why offset everything by an hour? Like, if you were to measure from, like, Greenwich Mean Time to, like, where we are, then the time would be off by an hour, and I don't know. It's stuff that's like, you know, what am I gonna do? Go to a town hall meeting and scream about something like this? There are far more things that are less trivial. Yes, it used to do with agriculturalism, says Ocelot. Fair point. And now it's just convenience and like what's most convenient and what, you know, raises the ire the least of people. And you know what rhymes with ire is Pyre. Right back into it. We're playing Pyre by Supergiant Games today. Backing up like a little bit here. Just to remind you that Ins-Pyre-d Games has plenty of excellent games that you can find on Steam, Good Old Games, the Nintendo eShop, Sony Store, all that jazz. VA11 Hallway, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, She Remembered Caterpillars, Y2K, a postmodern RPG, Masquerada of Songs and Shadows. We've got a couple games coming up soon in No Place for Bravery, which you can wishlist on Steam, Nirvana, which you can wishlist on Steam, and World of Horror, which is in early access currently. Feel free to check all of those out. Ocelot is very wonderfully posting links in chat as I mention them. You can find out all the information and more by going to the website at ysbryd.net, ysbryd.net. Alternatively, you can follow all of the information on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter.com, Facebook.com/ysbrydgames. You can also hang out with us on the Discord at discord.gg/ you guessed it, ysbrydgames. Trying to find where my camera went. I found it. Alrighty. And since I have not introduced myself yet, my name is Kellen Stevens, also known as Fizz, or Fizz the Human, depending on where you find me. And there's Ocelot just beats me to posting all the links. You can check me out on Twitter at twitter.com/FizzTheHuman and at my website, findfizz.biz. That said, it's not about me today. It's about us and Pyre and continuing. You do have mods. I do have mods for that. It's true. I was like trying to get good because like I'm a mod though too. I'm not saying like don't do it, because I appreciate that you do it, but I have the urge to like jump in and post it like, yes, this is my job, even though it's not currently what I'm doing. That's okay, because we're here now and we're succeeding, damn it. Alrighty, where is... Yeah, honestly, it was more like guilt-ridden muscle memory, because I would never post in chat, even like when I'm moderating and stuff. I would just kind of meme all the time, and then like it'd be like, yes, what was the link again? And by the time I hit the word again, it was already like posted in chat. So like me doing it here is how I make up for that guilt, but that's okay, because now I know I can do it. Alrighty, but we're playing games. That corner, there we go. Haha. We're continuing on. I'm trying to recall how we were proceeding when last we played. We met a tree person, Sandalwood, who has been our what was it, like our benefactor throughout this kind of a thing. And he was the previous leader of the Nightwings, the team that we are. Yeah, patron, yeah, mysterious benefactor, guy who pulls strings, maybe. I don't know. His name has come up a lot. Yeah, patron. Does he give you like... That'd be like a Fae patron if you were to have him as like a warlock, because he's like a tree dude. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? I got distracted. The story up till now, we're fighting for our freedom as a sports team, and trying to by freedom I mean I think the right to go back into society. Main character knows how to read. That's illegal. Bunch of folks that are with him, like random heroes, anti-heroes, etc., that we've picked up along the way, those are illegal. We're all illegal, and we're trying to figure out how, I don't know, how not to be, I guess. It's a good way to think about it. Religious basketball. Yeah. Cannonball. Stop. Oh. I'm in pain. I'm in physical pain. It's great. I love it. This is the good kind of pain. I was going into the campaign. So let's continue to listen to some excellent music. as we continue our journey. Oh yes, no, bring on all the puns. I'm nothing if not a pun connoisseur. Cool. Okay, we get a little bit of a backstory once again. After triumphing over the Chastity rather decisively, and the Chastity was the team, triumvirate bent on exploiting their rights to gain status in the Commonwealth. That's right. Led by the sap, H. Manly Tinderstauf. Yes. Last time I had to hold back on my voice. This time I need not do so much. Rather decisively, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say, high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Wolfred mentioned. I just want you to know I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more, you look toward the heavens. Seek now your destination. And so we look up into the sky, and I believe... Well, let's go see what we've done so far. I'm trying to remember some of these star names. Where did we start? I can't zoom out. I'm sad about it. Let's see. Jomuer the Dusk Star. Millith the Bog Star. Boris the Azure Star. I swear we started like over yonder, but maybe we didn't. No, I guess we're gonna end up back over here though at some point. Geminian the Olden Star. There's a lot of stars. Haub the Midnight Star. Yeah, we did these ones. There's like little miniature stars places. Maybe these are all places we can go? Oh no. At any rate, we are headed to this one, I'm assuming. Unless this is like the be-all end-all. I guess not. Looks wild though. Solium the Golden Star. The Golden Star shines bright over the highest mountain in all the downside. Interact. I was wondering if like all the places that we can possibly stop are like the little stars around it. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mount Elodiel, and at the very top, the Fall of Solium. Mount Elodiel is the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Ooh. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. Figurative. The Fall of Solium, according to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wolfred, sir, how did you know? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I, too, can read, my boy.
No, the important part is that he spoke in English. He spoke in English. That was English. That was not the language that everybody has been speaking in. He said that in plain English. Huh. Huh, okay, alright. Huh, okay, alright. Well. Alright. Just take my voice acting away from me, why don't you? Since you're gonna take the cart. You're gonna take the horses. You're gonna take the imps, the team, and now my voice acting job. But please go on, Wilfred.
Forbidden though the words may be.
Huh. Which makes me think, because why didn't I think it weird that the narrator was talking in English? I never considered that. So, that's so interesting. Okay. So yeah, I guess English would be like the language of the Commonwealth? Or like whatever you happen to be playing this game in, the language you speak. You, the player's language is the language of the Commonwealth. And that's why the other characters don't speak this high, or well, maybe not language of the Commonwealth, but like, you know. No, it wouldn't be the Commonwealth, would it? I guess the language of the book, though. Yeah, like you're saying, celestial language. Yeah. Which, yeah, it's gonna be, like... It takes a celestial to understand when, you know, O-U-G-H is oo versus uff. But, you know. Whatevs. I guess let's just keep listening to him in case he describes all the things I'm thinking about. Or just doesn't. Completely chooses not to. He turns back to Hedwyn. What was his... Did he have a British accent? Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But, as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. Does he seem American? But hi, wait, hi American? What's hi American? What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. We'll just keep giving him that voice until he speaks in English again. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I. If you'll excuse me. High class, like how there's high and low English. I don't know if I know what high American is. Like, I don't know what that would sound like. Like a high class broadcaster American, like transatlantic. More of the voice like this, a little bit, where it's, I don't know why I have to go more nasally when I do it, because I immediately think of a radio broadcaster. Yeah, not quite so rookie. Nah, Rookie's right immediately, like, looser. He's immediately my Newsies character from back in playing, doing musicals. Look at me, I'm the king of New York. For now, however, you can look like you can use some rest. For that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. And then his story branches off. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Anything new in here? Can I just keep drinking moonshine? Listening to that good bass? Sandra status, analyzing the chastity. Oh, once more you have returned to me. What is it, reader? Nothing. Toodles. Until our next appointment. I don't remember what we were doing last? Aside from we kicked the pants off the chastity, no pun intended, didn't mean to make that reference at all. So let's keep going. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Can I go back to these places, or does it just show them as existing? Oh, okay. To the Sclorian shore. Yeah, this is pretty. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in the direction as he asks, defying you to answer. Oh, he looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to me? So I'm gonna go on break and no, God, it means like all of these things and none of these things. Like I look at each of these and nothing jumps out because I just, yeah, thanks Ocelot. D, all of the above. Like I almost want to just remain silent. Freedom means not, okay, wait a second. Okay, let's read what all of the extended thoughts are. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms. That's fair. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Freedom means answering to no one's will other than your own. Freedom means being able to go where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear. Freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Wait. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. So that's interesting. That living without fear is not like, it's not living without the fear of like harm, but the fear of judgment. Nothing at all. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase to give one's life a false sense of meaning. Gross. Remain silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Yeah, I kind of like remain silent. It's like the opposite of what I am actually doing, but... I think... Here's my thought process. Remain silent is something I just don't do. And I don't feel like I want to be so snarky here. While I agree all of these are a form of freedom, I think I really like the living without fear one, because when I first read it, I thought, well, like I kind of like counteracted in my brain all of these, like doing what you want. Well, sometimes, you know, true freedom doesn't mean that there aren't times that you need to make tough choices and it's, you know, things that you don't want but that you need. That's still freedom. Achieving inner peace, like that, this one's like my second place, but like inner peace like may not mean that you're involving those around you, and I wouldn't want to just achieve inner peace and not, you know, share, etc. kind of a thing. Having no master, some people are into that, and I'm not gonna knock it for them. Going where you please, you know, if I mean, yeah, I agree being able to go where I want, but like I also accept that there are places I don't need to go, you know. I don't know, like, to feel true love, I didn't like that freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions rebuffed. Like, repressed, sure, I agree, but rebuffed, like, you know, that sucks for you if that's what happens, but that's what happens. Like, you gotta deal. That's still freedom. You're free to pursue it and get shot down. Like, nothing at all is too cynical. But when I saw living without fear, I thought living without fear meant, you know, no stress, nothing, you know, causing you concern like that, of like outside forces. But reading this saying that it means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval, I think that's my definition of freedom. Yeah, Ocelot, living not as a prey animal. Yeah, like that's what I thought at first too. But like here it's just saying like, you know, you live your best life, which I think is pretty similar to achieving inner peace. But I think that a clear conscience, sure, but a carefree heart, I want to care, but I don't want to have to get judged about what I'm caring about. To feel true love feels a bit like commentary towards LGBT plus things. At least that's how I read it. Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, that's why I said I agree with not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed. Oh, but you're saying like rebuffed is not rebuffed, not being like your feelings towards someone rejected, but rebuffed like your feelings invalidated. I could see that. I think I see how that would apply. I also will say as a cisgendered straight white male that that's not necessarily something I can perfectly comment on. However, I think I'm going to vote living without fear here. And it will, I think, be the closest without just... Because we didn't remain silent here. At all. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while.
Veredicet.
Good answer, my boy. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. So this is what I was talking about as being the good kind of fear, though. Like, what is it? Eustress and, what's the bad stress, or is it just stress? It's like something stress and eustress. I forget. Alas. If not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. You stress, I stress, we all scream from too much stress. That we do, Ocelot. That we do. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. Just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Well put. I agree with that. Okay, we're on the same page here. We're on the same page, Volfred. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. I wonder if all of these answers that we could have given lead back to this. Because I feel like a sentence or two could jump it here. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor. The opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan with a capital P, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum, the burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. We join together at this Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. 'Cause I got friends on the other side. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan with a capital P. Remember that. You seek true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. The Merpass. Oh, so good. The soundtrack is so good. Merpass. Bound together, Josh something. You're referencing something, and it's going over my head. I don't know why. Bound together. But my meds might be kicking in a little stronger than usual, so mayhaps that's why. Thirst! They were referencing Thirst. Thanks, Ocelot. I appreciate that. Bound together like with ropes and shibari. Yeah, monkey brain, yeah. Oh. Beyond lies Mount Elodial. Sorry. Beyond lies Mount Elodial. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Pamitha! Hang on, we gotta check out Pamitha for a sec. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. Now let's talk about what you got on your mind first. Let's before we get to Pamitha, what you think about? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. Like anything. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 soul up front. And that name would no longer be. Oh, there's a song called Bound to... Oh, but that wasn't yours, yeah. Oh, you folks. I love you all. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? I need to adjust something little bit. There we go. That is all. That is not all. That is all. Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. Did I miss a line? I'm not sure if I misaligned. Missed a line. I'm not sure if I'm misaligned. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, what say we get back to business here? Oh, we're gonna request of her a scribe trial. Certainly. Who shall be the target of my wrath, then, would you say? Caca! Pamitha! You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Pamitha. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Soon Pamitha arrives in heat of the summons. You called for me, reader darling. Ah, it's that crystal. Then, let's hash it out. My body is ready. I'm gonna go get some water real fast, though. One sec. Yeah, I have it in my room. I just forgot to bring it over here. It'll take me maybe like a loading screen's time. I want to make sure that it doesn't start immediately. Okay, cool. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Harp. You answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Oh, sorry. Ooh, a bossy one.
Sure then, go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let us see what you can do, left to your own devices. Save for your reader's vigilance, of course.
I don't think Sandra quite... I feel like Sandra is one of those combat sexuals where she's like, she's not flirting. She just wants to fight.
Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader darling.
I mean, we have, like, Twitch's, like, code of conduct to worry about. And also me remembering how to play. Okay, this attacks. I have to, yeah, terms of service. Okay, how do I, right, I can like fly, can I, right? I can, what's fly, jump, X? God, it's been a minute. Okay, is that it? No! Yeah, got it. Neat. Aha. One more. My turn! Ooh, that rascal. Nah. No! Okay. Back. Fly is just straight up square. Yeah! Nailed it. It helps that like the buttons are on the bottom of the page and I just need to look at them.
There, now, is everybody happy? Oh, happy as could be, my doubtless pretty harp. So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient, and...
Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Okay, yeah, maybe she is a bit more flirty than I gave her credit for.
You have my congratulations, both of you. Both to you and to your lovely reader.
Now be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. Yeah, she's just tsundere.
My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? Say, what's that you have there, darling?
You received Triesta's Plume for completing Pameth's Trial. Or something. Do you want dinner? Or a bath? Or perhaps something else? Let's see. Where am I? Where is this? What can you have besides... While flying after dousing the adversary's pyre, Pametha may instantly return and deals +3. That's friggin' cool. I like it. Just put it on the thing. Put it on the thing. There we go. Can I? No, because I don't have... So if it's green, is it say... Oh, exile's getting... I never knew what this meant, and I could have just hovered over it. I am a fool. Today I learned. Okay. Inspiration. Where did it say inspiration now? It's just hovering over this? Huh. Okay. Cool. Either way. Neato. Burrito. Just to be sure. Nope. Toodles. And we go back out, I guess. Okay, or not. No.
Huh.
Alrighty, Volfred.
Urumkatatamarias.
There you are, my boy. My boy! There was something which I wished to discuss with you in private. I wonder what's for dinner. Volfred stares at you, whose name is Glowing. He's a long-standing exile of the Nightwings who seeks more than his own freedom, I see, so it's an update. Volfred stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then...
Shemtaje amitas.
It's interesting, because this implies that he's speaking English. Or no, I guess... Yeah, he's not speaking in English, but he's speaking in thoughts, I guess, is when it's in the carrots. You do know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we. We are not limited to reading pages from a book. With a neat river ability, like look at how cool this backdrop is. Do you not see it, dear reader? Looks pretty awesome. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. A little spit droplet attacked me. And now I don't have his low voice. No, there it goes again. Okay, we've got it back. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet. You're friends. And that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Right. Rather, I had expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal.
Narumkare saste.
It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? I can understand. There's more at stake here than my freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. So you do not care. I have learned in life to keep my expectations low and tempered. Or say nothing. Volfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject. He knows where to find them. Ah! That's such a good line. But we're not picking it. But like, damn! You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. After all, we have more streams to do. There's more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. Like Yizbrit streams. I want to guess. Wait, H. So in chat, Josh something says HYCYBH, Fulfred. Yeah, I don't know what that stands for. I'm guessing the second Y is you? Have you have you checked your butthole? Why do I ask? Why do I ever ask about acronyms? I should have just made one up myself. Yeah, is that Game Grumps? Or, I mean, Ninja Sex Party? Why do I remember... Is that... Dan Avedon? Tom Cardy? Yes, okay. Yeah, feel free to send it to me. I feel like maybe I just heard the song in the same car ride as a bunch of Starbomb stuff. That was it? Not NSP, but Starbomb. Tom Cardy. Okay. So I know I've heard it before, but I don't remember it. But I think I know exactly what car ride I heard it on. At any rate, you understand the words of warning, yet just the same you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. My boy. Then very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain. In the coming days. Until then. Oh, until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. Which he knows where to find. Keep checking this. Nothing. Later. Peace. Time to discuss the plan with a capital P. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to stream on Mondays, with Fizz playing Pyre. Then, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be Meredith playing... First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodial, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribes Gate. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over Scribes Gate, as is befitting of the name Scribes Gate. There are 8 scribes, so the Scribes Gate holds scribes 8. Sometimes the scribes would eat food around the Scribes Gate, and there the scribes ate. The scribes ate at Scribes Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Please. Please stop me. Afterwards, we'll reach the fall of Solia, which is not flashing like the other 2 names. We've read it already, and meet our adversaries in the rights. They are to be the Tempers. Played too much Final Fantasy to fight the Tempers. A mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. Ooh! A demon! Does that mean we get Jodariel lore, please? led by the demon Ignarius. He is the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Oh. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. Clothed. Needs it. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wished to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So, then that's it? You climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Volfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodio. Let's do some more private studying, because a couple people were real close. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Wait, I did the wrong one. Oh well. Whoops. I meant to do the private teachings one. That's fine. Yeah, no, we want quickness. We always want quickness. The 8 scribes who composed the book, their influence and their experience spreads through the pages into the willing reader's deepest consciousness. Inspiration comes to you in a flash. Whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Yeah, we got the zoomies. Gain the reader's influence, celerity. The reader's influence, celery. Each rank raises your fellow exile's quickness. All the Nightwings gain 2 quickness. Hell yeah. I just wanted to knock on the fish bowls for a second. Continuing my journey to Mount Elodio. Hello. Ooh. This is pretty. Visually and musically. Here before you lies Mount Elodio, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Yeah, that sigil is everywhere here. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on. Ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites.
It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. Sorry, let me reread that again. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. Oh, that someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others along for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yeah, no, why would I leave? Ever? No, we read. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jordariel raises her voice again. Hold! You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan with a capital P. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return in glory. We shall be reborn shiny in chrome! Ah! I'm sick. I gotta stretch. Okay. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen... You are qualified, I should say. Because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed... When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today. The accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. What? You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position, for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite, then? Participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Is that how you say that word? Reconnoiter. Am I pronouncing that right? Reconnoiter. Cool. Neat. It's one of those words I thought I knew how to say and was right, but definitely haven't heard it enough to have confirmed it off the top of my head. Some murmur to themselves about all this. As Volfer takes his leave, others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Ooh, okay. Well, we've got the Emperor's Ascent, a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodium that Lay believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Or Emperor's Fall, pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodium's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Yeah. You join Pamitha on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Extra points are neat and all, but like, we can win without them. Loot, on the other hand. Loot. Wait. I shall be joining you. Are they gonna be friends finally? What, now I get 2 chaperones? Gee, Bill, your mom lets you have 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game, whatever you wingless are into. I mean, if you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting, then, yeah. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. Yes, we should, Pamitha. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course! It's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides maybe that Volfred, though he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way, you shall be free. Of me, at least. Ha! You only thought I was being, what's the word? It's escaping me. Sincere. There we go. Sincere and kind and stuff for a second. And not tsundere. Even though the other girl was tsundere. More so than Pamitha, you're just being a jerk right now. Of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that you intervene. Yeah, whoa, 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 break it up. Jadariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. Girls, girls, girls! I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Pamitha scoffs as Jodariel storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Pamitha soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. You found a star splinter! When preparing to fling the orb, the bearer's charge-up speed increases plus 40%. That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. Ooh. There's the Temple High Road. Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. The Temple Cistern. Second of 2 paths leading to the mountain's summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. Yeah, I've always been a, let's go see the cool... Yeah. Nah, we're going the Cistern. Because it was a really cool dungeon in Skyward Sword. That would be something I would like to know, Ocelot.
Aren't we glad that we didn't pick Hedwig?
At long last! The worm surges toward the waters of the cistern. You decided to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel freshwater's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind. To take with you this wayward knight, he swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Sir Gilman does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Well, we'll consider that, I guess. And he got some enlightenment. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. What is the forbidden dance? I wish to see Sir Gilman's forbidden dance. Dance forbiddenly for me, Gilman. Gilman! What did I want? I wanted, ooh, yes, this. I think it was that. So there's one that, like, makes him snap back. Yeah, it was this one. That's the one. That's what we want. Trust me, Josh, something. There are many jokes here that I am not going to make as well. We can both be comrades in silence. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat. Aw. The Lone Minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. Like, $16 trillion says that that's Ashley Barrett. About to sing. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above who then appears before you. She eyes the Lone Minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? The Gate Guardian! The... One sec. This is important. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just doing something. It's fine. Nothing that need concern anything. Thank you, Ocelot. Well, I would have lost like $16,000, or what did I say? 16 trillion, 19 trillion, something like that.
There we go.
It is. Greetings, Celeste.
Who is, She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the Lone Minstrel and the rites. It's the Gate Guardian. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, is what's going on here.
And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick.
She gestures toward the rest of you.
Now, each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning.
Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's gonna be too distracting for me. Plus, you can't see words. There we go.
I'll start. They call me Hedwin the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love.
Hedwin. The woman bids him forward. The Lone Minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Veruki Greenpale. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I got rid of Gate Guardian too early, because it would have been nice to have Joey Wheeler talking to Gate Guardian. Red Ice Black Dragon! Green-tailed Black Dragon!
I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here.
It's fair. Alright. Jojo speaking the truth.
Oh, my name is Lei, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwings' legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamitha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here.
Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice.
You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are to traverse Scribe's Gate. I'm just a crippled scholar. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You are just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Wait. Oh, the farmhand, I guess, still implies that you have a thirst for knowledge. I guess even farmhands can have a thirst for knowledge. You're just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants afflicted you since birth. You do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. I'm gonna say going to say that I don't know. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. State also what you truly seek to traverse Scribe's Gate. A true freedom. You wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there doing as you please. You want to help your friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth, which cast you down into the downside, cannot be forgiven. You want to see what happens. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. Ooh. Like, both of these are true. How neutral do we want to be? Yeah, I just want to see what happens. Wish you do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. I'm going to say I want to see what happens. And you know why? Because I want to do whatever it takes to let my fellow exiles regain their freedom. Unless it involves 1,000 new game pluses for each of them. In which case I would say, no, sorry, you're trapped in this game forever. And given that I cannot say whatever it takes to see these fellow exiles regain their freedom, I'm going to see how this story plays out. You just want to see your quest through to the end. I like that answer. I like the way this is phrased. You're not one to go through life examining whatever it is that you desire. You take life as it comes and are content to appreciate some of the surprises. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. Plus, I feel like none of these characters are like goody two-shoes. I mean, Lay, I guess. Lay is a goody two-shoes. And so is Sir Gilman, but like they're all like they're kind of like a mixture of like the heroes and anti-heroes, but they all have like a secret dark past. So like I don't know, being like I'm here to see my friends succeed by the power of friendship is like maybe not the vibe of this game. I don't know. That's kind of what I feel, but. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The Lone Minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. What's going on here? What's going on here? What? What's going on here? Yeah. Certainly is some history here. Ooh, maybe. Ocelot suggests counterpart deities? Maybe. Oh, excuse me. From the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Page revealed, the mercy shown. There's a lot of stuff to look at. And I think, let's see, what time is it right now? It is time that I pressed the button on my phone. 6:30. Okay. I'm thinking in this case we're going to... Yeah, I'm going to take a break right now, and then when we come back, we'll go through all of this stuff, do a write, see what happens. I have a feeling that today is going to be a little bit... I'm fine with going till like 8:30, but I'm thinking... because things are so much more story heavy now that we may only get two games in. We'll see. But yeah, break time, as it says. I'ma go get more water, get some kombucha. I already took my meds, and I'm stretching. All that good stuff. Y'all do the same. And we'll meet back here in just a few. Leave it on the ambient sounds of the background for you.
Actually, is there a song I can? This has music, right? Kind of.
Are cognitaras.
This has music. There we go. Yeah. I shall return. Every time I come back and I am muted, I never remember to unmute myself because I am a fool. But welcome back, folks. I was just gonna show I have a kombucha, and it tastes really good and really refreshing. It's pomegranate flavored, and I'm happy about it. And I have some water. Because as much as it's in my namesake, having that much carbonation is not always the best for the throat, but... And then I have some chips. A small bag. But yes. Probably not going to be eating those on camera, though. We return to gameplay, however, because I want to continue to hold out hope that we can secretly get Sandra as a character. Just stick an unmute sticky pad on your pop filter when you get up. Yeah, really, I should. Or I should get like a light or something. I don't know. I like the sticky note idea. Or I'll put it on my on my screen.
This place, where you currently reside. It must be Mount Elodial, is it not? This was where those blasted scribes decided what to do with me. I had already failed in my mission to eliminate the demon Solium Mur, 8th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the First Exile or the last of his name. A once proud emperor who neglected his nation and found penitence in the downside. Interesting. I didn't realize Solium Mur, the emperor, was a demon. I did not anticipate his retinue, you see. He took me and some of my Beyonders alive, although do not expect to see account of that in their good book. Whether it was for mercy or for spite, I never became certain. He probably presumed that my expulsion for eternity would eventually have taught me some respect for them, but no, not yet. Not yet. Well, I do not mean that, really. The scribes did spare my life, and were it not for that, I would never have been thusly trapped, to then enjoy your company, O lovely reader. Now, having met my quota of blaspheming for the time, I think it best that we resume the normal sort of business between us, if there is any to speak of. And good hunting at the precipice. May you soon rid the downside of some useless idiot. I want to save you, Sandra. I want to free you. But bye for now. Come visit me again sometime when you need further practice. Hello, Ozora. By Finn, do you mean me? More of a Fizz than a Finn, but you can turn those Z's a little and they become N's, so feel free. Rookie. Joe Dariel. The mercy shown, in the words of Golgothanian, the Master General. It is adventure time. Come on. Grab your friends. It's fine. Oh, no, please do not apologize. No apologies needed. Are you kidding? I can't remember names or faces. They just don't stick. It takes me 9 million times of having the same customers come into my bar in order to even remember their names, and I see them, once or twice a week. So, do not apologize. I will take this to the grave, Fizz. I will never forget. Ozora, I pardon thee. Yeah, ADD brain go brrr, but not always on what you want it to, never what you want it to. In the words of Golgothanian, the Master General, the Imp Haub and I, we helped to save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, You have your freedom, Master Golithanian, so that I may yet have mine. You, too, now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. I realize I am speaking too snarkily for what's going on here. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. So, I've been reading this in, like, the narrator's voice, because I just figured, like, oh, it's a book. Why not narrate? But, like, what if this is us? I don't know. What if we're Golgolathanian? And the next one's gonna be like, gain the company of those who saw in him what I did, and then it just trails off, because then that's fair. The events of this book happened 980 years ago, if I recall, when Sandra was doing her assassinate stuff. That's fair. Yes, yeah, no, you're correct, you're correct. Because this talks about this assassination plot is what happened, right? I just want to kind of flip through things a little bit real fast. You do reiter and exile the downside, such as we, the aid who wrote the Book of Rights, such as this, or such as we, this Book of Rights. Possess it, thus reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, homecoming and glory. Show up, wear the clothes, bring the book, listen to the voice. Perhaps thrice cursed name, Solian Myrrh, for exiles on their liege. Chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him and in and around his country. He found Solian Myrrh, man transformed in body and mind, spirit and mind. Okay. So this is one of the guys who... or people who was attempting to kill him. Time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. Oh. Oh, wait. I'm a fool. Golgolathanian is... There's a star. That's... Yeah. No, he's one of the... Gol is one of the stars, or one of the scribes, because he has a star named after him. Yeah. I don't think I realized that that was one of the 8 scribes, which could still be the narrator's voice. I don't know who the narrator is. So that could still be... I don't know. Don't know, but Jotariel wants to talk. Jotariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey! What I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit, you know how it is. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. Yeah, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out... if one of us gets out. It's been bugging me a while now. Thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you. And I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just the start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What? You think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jadariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. Ocelot has pho. I want pho. Pho sounds good. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Oh, it's so good, Ocelot. I hope you enjoy. Your three companions each gained +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steal yourself in turn. We check again. Nothing. I don't think we had anybody else level up recently. I wanted Parathon to level up. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. But we can buy from the slug market. Psst. Hey, guys. So just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, and awful lot. Look at all of these pinches of stardust that I've not once used to upgrade any of my things. Scribe snuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Neat. A bit of celestial something or other said to induce mindfulness with no lasting side effects. No lasting side effects. Second shadow, the sun-bleached shell of a sea creature relinquished to bog dwellers. Various accidents. Righteous flame. I kind of like this too. I haven't like bought anything to upgrade anything. Is this new? Yes. Nothing really to buy. Wish you guys would have bought something, maybe. Oh well. We're gonna commence the raid. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the rites this night. What happens if we fail? Edwin, my boy. Edwin, my boy. Don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? That's not what he asked, Brady. No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan with a capital P, Volfred's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. The plan's current probability of a success is 20%. It has a probability. Interesting. We shall stand together shoulder to shoulder as the scribes themselves once stood. United in our cause, we shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. Interesting. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path.
Your story shall continue regardless of the outcome of this or any rite. You need but see it through. Could I have lost the other rites?
Since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction.
Yeah,
Soon,
real pretty.
one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings.
A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask.
You know who I am already. But look at what we got here. The damned Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again.
He takes notice of someone in your ranks.
Hey, you!
He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him.
Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not in these damned robes.
Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked.
Satisfied. Whoa! You must be new!
Jodariel soon puts her mask back on.
Enough.
Enough talk.
I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time.
I should rather cut out my tongue.
Oh, you don't mean that. How kind. We ought to stick together. Now, come on!
Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you.
Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite?
Heck off, bud. The Lone Minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way.
Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Who can? Who do we send first? Who the fuck do we send first? I'm not ready for this. Correct. Yeah, we can do Jodariel, Ruki, or Gilman. Honestly, I think we go with Jodariel. I say that because if I do want to play more after this, I don't want to lose the others first. Well, Gilman did specifically ask not to be, but we could still anoint him anyway. But I haven't gotten to play with him. So from a gameplay standpoint. Let's look at the other team for a minute first. Think about it. The Horned Champion. He's a notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the Raids. He's a large and imposing demon who clearly has spent many, many years in the downside. He has a reputation for being one of the greatest conductors of the rites since the tradition's inception, though nonetheless he yet remains in exile. He was a bouncer in the past. The Starry 8 was a popular spot that often got rowdy late at night. The legality of public houses was hotly contested throughout Commonwealth history. Interesting. And your friends? Exile the Tempers, Crone. What about the Crones? And a worm. Okay. Lady River. Frumta. Ignarius, okay. True, but what if we get to play the Revolution? If we get to play the Revolution, I will be fine playing as Jodariel, I think. I'm gonna say Jodariel. Besides, I think Jodariel is the best one to send on her own. I don't need to know what gameplay looks like after this. I think I'm okay with that not being spoiled for now. But I'm thinking that, like, personality-wise, if Jodariel is the only one sent and she has to chill on her own, she's like the best equipped to do that mentally and like personality-wise. So like send Ruki, he's not gonna know what to do with himself. He's gonna be chasing his own tail. Send Gilman, he's just be crying out of that big giant eye of his. But send Jodariel, she can hold down the fort for a while. That's what I'm thinking.
Jodariel.
Me. Why? Well, Jodariel, if you were just listening, then the Gate Guardian, looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well, then. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this Eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. Then she turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Jodariel and see her return in glory?
Who shall lend her support?
I can pick all of them, it looks like. Even Pamitha. We gotta go Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman. By this knight's honor, he shall do his very best! And yeah, I'm thinking Pamitha. I agree. Pamitha. You got it, reader darling.
The choice is cast.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choice as reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the Lone Minstrel. Now are you yourself prepared to read? Aye, Celeste.
Then let us all begin. Nightwings. Wait, sorry.
Nightwings. Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. You try and stop me!
Commence.
Oh.
You good for nothing, Nightwings. Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess.
Damn it. I used to be the best. At this, at least. But now? The pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira. I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway.
Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up.
Oh shit. Oh, I can't land in there. I'll take that though. Nope. No, that was a mistake. Phew. I don't remember how to play as Sir Gilman. Oh. Oh no!
Such fervor.
Ha! There we go.
It is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Wait. Fun fact, the song changes based on which team you're facing. Did we already fight this guy? Was this guy earlier in the game and I don't remember it?
God, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it! Nightwings! Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. After all this time,
She turns her gaze toward the rest of you.
I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recalled back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath.
You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the Shimmer Pool. A seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise for but a moment, only to fall again. Though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now.
Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now.
Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
All in all, having to learn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. Destroying customer can trigger an aura burst banishes nearby adversaries. It's twice as quickly as normal. No, it was definitely this one. That music was really pretty.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm going to do without her here. Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed.
We'll see Jodariel again if we persevere.
She was a grim, longtime resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there.
Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here.
What about the stars? Can we afford the time?
About that. Reader, go see for yourself.
The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jodariel as you look toward the heavens. Do I get, like, all of them activated? Yeah, I agree, Josh something. Salt in the wound, changing that to past sense. Agreed. You search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. I didn't search the whole sky, but thanks for giving me back the ability to double check what you say.
The stars revealed nothing, did they not?
You confirm his suspicions.
It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words.
Poor Hedwin, I mean.
You find Hedwyn on his own after Jodariel's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much better mood right now. It's just... I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now and turn to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd managed to get out of here. She's been here the longest. Not to mention I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now, if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Wolfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this plan with a capital P of ours, back on the other side, which is now at 29% success. Just the same, though. I am going to miss her. You and Hedwyn share some memories of Jodariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jodie, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It is very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. Ah! Maybe I should have kicked somebody out. I feel bad. She'd be so happy that she'd do her happy glower. She'd give us the meanest happy face. Let's say Sandra. Nothing after we actually won. Later. Shin Megami Tensei. Is Ruki making a racket? He's making a racket. Yeah, Jodie's rug is still here. Now, I don't know if it says while reminding you of Jodariel if that's because she's gone. I think it still said that even when she was here. But, yeah, it looks like you get to keep their, like, keepsake. Don't know. I guess we continue our journey. What time is it now? 7:15. I think I'm gonna go till 8-ish, and we won't need to take another break. It'll just be play until something cool happens. We might end around 7:45, 8, somewhere around there. Good morning, my boy. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. I'm glad to hear that also a lot. Moonlight Alcove. Small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. Wolfred indicates that you can await the next cycle of the rites here. Wondering if it lets you, like, drive around and, like, keep doing stuff until... Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Bide your time. Ha. You find Wolfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Ooh. Ask to be excused. That's good. Fulford reminds you of someone you heard about long ago in the Commonwealth. Ask what he did to earn his sentence. Ask when the Nightwings disbanded. The triumvirate of which you are now a part of seems to have a storied history. Ask how he knows the Lone Minstrel. The two of them seem to be old acquaintances. How long have they known one another? I think I want to ask about the Lone Minstrel. His situation seems the most like I'm intrigued by it. I'm curious about the Nightwings. Earning his sentence, it's gonna be some political coup or something. But yeah, I want to learn about the Minstrel first, if I can't learn about all the others. You ask Volfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Yeah, that too. Yeah, it would be rude to ask him about his sentence. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan, with the capital P, has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Let's just go up the list. Maybe we get all of them. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here and Volfred's past connection to the group. I... excuse me. I can't get his low note. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, and another known as Oralek. Former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Oralek. Huh. There was a quote by Oralek on one of the items. I don't remember which one. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her, and Oralek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy. So what'd you do, huh, buddy? You ask Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my boy. My boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press, an illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. Interesting. Interesting. I owned and operated one.
Is it okay for like the tree people to be selling paper? Huh. Interesting.
I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the High-Wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here, in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else?
Nope. Honestly, it's about it. No need to take up more of your valuable time, my friend. You thank Volfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon.
Likewise to you, reader. Be well.
Yes? No.
Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove.
Small landing on the dark side of the Sacred Mountain. For many years, Volfred smuggled supplies and furnishings to this well-hidden locale.
But I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time.
Ooh.
As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next.
From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside, this impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The Lone Minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please, follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader, sir. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Do we get all the stars? What? Horace. What is this? What is going on? Can we talk about this? Yeah, I'm sorry. When there get to be a black hole. I agree, Ocelot. Genesis Noir was a long time ago. Oh, it's an eclipse, and that's a corona. I get it. Fine. Excuse me. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Neato. Huh. Azure Star. Oh, and it has a record against them, too. That's so cool. Wendell's already on his way.
Heimdall the Liar. I don't even remember what I made him sound like. Jomor the Dusk Star. Alrighty. Yeah, it's not very gold for a golden star, is it? So somebody in chat suggested that what if we try to free everyone before ourselves? Would that be something we would want to do? I don't know how fast that was, you Ocelot. How we've only turned in one person from our team, so I think we have 7 people left on our team, but like the rest of the teams, I think there's what, 1 person per that would be freed, or because some of them are just like generic people, so I don't know if they'd let us free them. And like without spoiling stuff, how, like, what's the pace of how fast like fights go from here on out? As far as like, could I do like one event tonight, and then next time I stream do like a bunch? Like, are they rapid fire, or is there like story in between? Either way, I think I'm gonna do Pupper here. Certainly faster than before. The stars urge that we go to the Hulk of Oris, a long way off. Dog's got a Commonwealth. Thanks. Wolfred, sir. How are we to reach the Hulk of Oris in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. You think you see the Lone Minstrel smile ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought be fewer rites this time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many, it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Oh, so I guess like the freedom one, or the one that frees a person is just that last one, right? So like, say we had to do more of these, it's not like we get to, it's not like the next one we do, we choose to free somebody or not. We basically just like beat the pants off a bunch of teams and then get to the end one and then lose purposefully to free the opponent. And then we would just keep doing that over and over again. Would that be the way that we would do that? If that's a thing that we can do. Which, feel free to not spoil it if you don't want to. I mean, I don't want to know, like, what happens, but I want to know if that's, like, a thing we can do. Is that a path we can walk now? Okay. And was it confirmed that we... Okay, cool. By the way, I appreciate all of your insight there, Josh something. It's very, very much appreciated. Next morning, Wolfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. The old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Ooh, everything's sparkly. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book.
Ligar estás?
Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how.
Zocelum tentares.
And everyone else, hang on to something.
I can take off. Can I just fly? I can fly! And we get airship music! After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Oh, by the scribes! He's so excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. I can't believe it!
Moxana tempres.
The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination.
Rendusaritas.
Now, without further ado,
What's the name of the...
Black Wagon, engage!
The black wagon can fly! Exclamation point. Seek landing near the Hulk-Laboris. Sail now the skies. Yay! I can fly! Can I land anywhere I want? Or do I have to land where it tells me to land? I've got a horn. Are there secret places to go? Whoa. Flying to the corner of the map, whoa. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp.
Non caraveras.
Alas, that we can't simply fly on back up to our homeland. This wagon has its limitations, I'm afraid.
Mano domirentas.
But we shall return yet. Let us continue now along the path. Hee. This is so cool.
Oh man, this is so cool. Hold R2 to boost. I can do dodgy things. What is this? This is so cool. It's just like a little touch to how to play this game, and it's like it's something that doesn't even really matter all that much, but it's so cool. Is there stuff I have to dodge or something? There is. What if I run into them? Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention.
Quebras incretas.
Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kaelmer. Forbidden island nestled in the Deathless Tempest has significance to the 8 scribes. Even the scribes themselves sought to avoid the place. Let us fly on.
No, I want to go to friggin' secret island there. Yeah, we're not checking that out.
The Hulk-Laboris. It has drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you have already read of the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of unfathomed blurriness. Some say it was the sea itself which preserves the ship's remains, hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together ruined planks of wood. Those such as yourself and the fate know another truth, I gather. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have greater significance than first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming wreck.
Cool. Let's stop at Ragged Rock. Maybe Rare Fish versus Underking, which Lay says we'll get a blessing from. Fathomless Trench, which Tizo wants. As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you very slowly. He said tortilla. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Welcome. Welcome back. And front and sides. I'm thinking... Yeah, we have time to keep looking around and then do our one battle, I think. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see big birch roots from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I am certain that big birch root must have left a strong impression on you all. She's not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile. Or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. In Nihilland. Twice named least desirable romantic getaway in all the downside by Otherworld, the downside observer. Huh. You soar near to the border of the sand folds. Exiles cast down river wash up on the southern edge of the downside in an unlivable waste. Where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There is nothing for you there, and you wish never to see it again. Huh. I guess let's go do that that match. Let's do the one with the fish, I think. That's Ragged Rock. Yeah. You touch down at the Sea of Solace, where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyrehearts. As you make time to check the wagon's subsystems for signs of any excess strain resulting from your voyage through the skies, one of your companions gets your attention. This knight's courage failed him again back there. Sir Gilman assists you with the remainder of the work, and together you conclude that everything seems to be in order. You soon shall carry on by sea. For now, you have some time to spare. Fish. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Sir Gilman. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking we explore all the rest of this stuff. And then maybe we just do Gilman's competition thing here and then call it a night. There's been so much story stuff. Gilman, what do you have to say for yourself? Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts, is all. He merely appears terrified. He merely appears terrified. But he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion, in this case.
Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it, he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious, murky waters, engulfed in the hideous warfare, to be sure. But otherwise, a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits, and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and now you have to fly. It's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Sir Gilman gained +1 hope for the next rite. Yeah, good job, Sir Gilman. Got an achievement for that. I see my lovely reader has returned. Then how may I assist you? We're gonna talk to her first, then we're gonna read the book, then we're gonna do the battle, and then we're gonna be done. Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not yet know me very well. But I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You're not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughs to herself. One learns to read a bit when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so. Especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you. A common wanderer who simply wants to see his quest to its completion, only to end up spending all his time talking to an apparition stuck in a stone. Oh, I know about your loves or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes, certain habits you may be somewhat loath to admit. Excuse me? Fear not, of course. I use the special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. As for the other Beyonders, they are as wraiths to me, as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. But I suppose that I have said too much. Thank you forever for the visit. Thank you as ever for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about. More than you know. She laughs again, softly. I ship it. Bitter farewell for now. Until our next appointment. Yeah. How do I look at the Grius stone exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural laws, providing light entertainment. Come back here now. So it's just gonna appear around and I can just hit it. I like it. Waking wood wisps. Wisps inside provide a scarce bit of light when it is needed, all for a low monthly fee. Good. Who charges me? The wisps? Book now. Oh, cool. This has different... Oh my goodness! What? There's too much to read. I want to read all this, but not tonight. We'll start next week with lore, with lots and lots of lore. I want to do this thing for our worm night, and then that's gonna be it. You not need ask me twice. I summon you. Sir Gilman. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? Why, thank you, Ocelot. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Worm. You answer to me here. As you will, Your Highness! Your Highness. I like the sound of that. Though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me, then, Worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Of course, Your Highness. This knight accepts this challenge. What was the... It was circle after I can just zip back to... Let's get back there first. Woohoo! Woohoo! Nope. No! I was so close! How do I do the... I didn't mean to throw that. How do I do the... No. Damn. I should have tossed it over there. Oh well. R2 square. Was it square that lets me zip back? I don't remember. Something's throwing your aura. And that was... Oh, it's written there. Oh, I see how it works. Oh, come on. That's cheating. He jumped on me because I was in the pyre, and so he had it. Okay. I get it. I get it. I should have jumped. That's right, I can just jump past that, yeah? I'll take that. Well, I feel like I didn't quite learn how to take advantage of his moves, but alas. Yeah. Huzzah! This knight prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Get the fuck out of my crystal. I like Worm gameplay. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. What? By the scales of the Under King Oris! What is that you have? That's silly. But rad. Okay. Now, before I get distracted by that, it is time to say goodnight. Thank you once again for everybody hanging out. I appreciate that we all had a nice few hours, one less break than we usually do, but there was a lot of dialogue to get through. And there's a lot of lore that we're going to read first thing when we come back to this one. So look forward to that on Monday. Always a pleasure having you lovely guests here. Nighto to you. Good night and good night and good night. Absolutely.
Remember, if you want to continue to hang out with us after the streams end, feel free to join the Discord at discord.gg/Ins-Pyre-d games. If you wish to catch up on previous episodes of my games or Jacob, Meredith, AI Amethyst, Angel rather, and Sarah Serinde, all of those folks. Yep. Brian hasn't. Has Brian streamed? I guess he did. Yeah, he did do something ages ago. He's played Fall Guys with us, I think. And I don't remember what game he was playing. Oh, he did Hypnospace Outlaw. Yeah, he did Hypnospace. That's right. And he also had an Among Us VTuber. That's right. We love Brian. Yeah, catch up on any of the games that we have played. Robert Merlot as well. Robert Merlot has played for Ins-Pyre-d. Feel free to check out the YouTube. That's where I was going with that, which Ocelot already posted the link. YouTube.com/Ins-Pyre-d games, which, if you are watching this on YouTube, you are already there. Hey, how about that? Not much else to say except take a trip around Steam, wishlist some stuff. If you want to keep some tabs on the Ins-Pyre-d games that are not yet out, that always shows a ton of support for these games and further games by Ins-Pyre-d, or published by Ins-Pyre-d, I should say. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep your spirits up. And I will see you next Monday. Same Yiz time, same Brid channel. Nighty night. Yay.